Ginny and Georgia are back with another great season, and you'll be amazed to find out how the cast act around each other when they aren't filming. The mother-to-daughter relationship between Ginny and Georgia is what every show fan always looks forward to in the film. Ginny always respects and adores her mum for being very accessible and happy, and you would agree with Ginny that her mother is the most fun person to have around. However, the actress Brianne Howie, who plays Georgia in the show, is exactly like her character behind the scenes. When she wasn't acting as a mother and a friend to her daughter while filming season 2, she had the best moments of her life with the crew members. And right in this beautiful moment, Raymond Black, who portrays Joe, is right with her, enjoying every bit of fun Brianne brings to the filming location as she gets trained to dance.
I don't want no scrubs. Scrubs is the guy who can't get no love from me.
Would you want to do that one more time?
Antonia Gentry, who portrays Ginny, might not have the best relationship with her first boyfriend Hunter when she's in character, but she seems to have some of the best behind-the-scenes fun with Mason Temple, who plays Hunter. Their interaction when they aren't filming is purely innocent and exciting. The show's cast wrapped filming earlier in 2022, so there was enough time for them all to hang out together and enjoy time with each other. During the holidays, the cast met at Netflix's holiday house for a press meeting, and they were all looking radiant and sweet. But that's not all. The cast members went on to give some of their brightest smiles as they posed for the camera, and you can tell that these cast members are entirely free and relaxed with themselves. Now, fans know that some of the best scenes to look forward to are the ones that are happening in Ginny's classroom. And the way the class scenes get filmed is hilarious because it's all captured in silence, mouth and hand gestures.
Okay, here we go. And action.
So they didn't talk when filming crowded scenes in the class, and only talked over the scene during post-production of Ginny and Georgia 2. It was also a busy set on the location while filming, so the cast and crew were working around the clock to make sure they gave out the best of their performances in season 2. We also got to see how most of the script reading took place on Zoom with the writers before they came together to start filming. When the cast returned on set to start filming Ginny and Georgia 2, many of the actresses on the show took a picture of themselves in the costume room, looking ready to start working. And it's not entirely behind the scenes without Antonia and Brianne taking a picture together. Also, Felix Mallard looks all different and more mature from his looks as Marcus from the previous season as he poses with Ginny after rehearsal. Other behind the scenes shows Georgia excited as she was getting transported to her wedding. And here, Georgia has a white suit with a collar that appears to cover her dress. However, this might be part of the plan to protect her actual dress until she gets to the wedding venue. Or it was to cover up so fans who did see them filming don't get to see the pictures of the wedding dress before the season was released. Whichever way, the cover is stylish, just as Georgia always likes to be top-notch with her outfits. And right beside her is her daughter Ginny, elegantly dressed in a white jacket and pants. After filming and working round the clock, the cast finally finished on set, and many of them were more than happy to share their looks when they ended. Antonia looks very happy to be done with filming season 2 as she poses in front of her trailer. The cast also started going on promotional interviews, and their bond is unique. They all played a game together to find out who had a matching personality with their characters in the show. Everyone is like their character except Antonia, who doesn't match Ginny but Paul's personality.
Why did everyone get their actual,
I'm surprised.
Okay, your personality matches Paul. You're dependable, enthusiastic, and hardworking.
Antonia also spoke about when she met with Brianne 3 years ago and said she had to read the script with many other actresses until Brianne showed up. And immediately, Antonia knew that Brianne would get to play her mummy in the show because the chemistry between them just clicked instantly.
She walked into the room and I immediately knew. I was like, oh my god,
Are you my mommy?
While speaking on how well they know each other, Brianne mentioned that Antonia would never watch Housewives, and that's right.
Would never watch Housewives?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Between Antonia and Brianne, Antonia sends the most amount of texts whenever they're chatting. Also, it's not a surprise how Brianne got to play the mum, because even when they aren't acting, Brianne is always available to serve as a mother to Antonia by giving some of life's wisdom and advice. And that perfectly explains why she portrays Georgia so well in the show.
So many words of wisdom and advice to give to me. a sponge. I am a sponge to Brienne's overflowing waterfall of wisdom and love.
While Brienne has some of the best words of wisdom, Antonia can also bring the best sarcasm on board when they aren't seriously working. And of course, she always makes Brienne laugh.
Tony always makes me laugh. That's easy. It's not easy to make me laugh. It's Tony just always makes me laugh.
These two amazing people also love to eat together on set, and it's one of the many things that bind them together as Ginny and Georgia. Aside from this, they're also in sync with each other, as they both get to set on time and even leave together, just like every mother and daughter would act.
We're kind of there at the same time
Yeah.
because we're
both pretty good.
yeah.
Gotta be there for those.
We usually have the same
meetings.
call times. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is. Yeah, we get to set at the same time, leave at the same time, start at the same time.
Yeah.
Ginny and Georgia's primary filming location was in Ontario, Canada, and interestingly, Antonia didn't enjoy the site because the show got filmed during the cold winter. However, Brienne loves Baby Point the most, and her reasons are perfect.
I love shooting in Baby Point. I think it's so beautiful and residential and cute, and all the houses are so sweet.
Brienne seems to have explored the location, as she seems to have a favourite hangout spot in Ontario, but due to the cold, Antonia mostly stayed indoors and only went out a few times.
Because it was like the middle of winter and, I did not want to be outside, so.
Felix also can't get over the beauty of Coburg and Baby Point. He said that he loves all the locations they filmed and enjoys walks through Coburg down to explore and see more beautiful things that the city is all about. And of course, he enjoys seeing the lake too.
I really liked going up to Coburg and seeing that little town that's beautiful. Just on the lake, like Baby Point.
Some of the intimate scenes in the show all look usual, as it appears Antonia is used to them, but it was very awkward for her to film. And what makes this even more surprising is that Brienne also feels the same about intimate shows, as viewers only see Georgia as an expert on the screen, but it's usually a very awkward and shy moment for Brienne.
The most awkward scenes were always the
How do I do this?
without
How do I perform this kind of a scene? Yeah.
perform it, but it's real. But
Yes.
those are probably the most
it was hard.
awkward.
Yeah, needed a few takes to get the giggles out of the way.
However, it wasn't only uncomfortable, but also very hard to film too, as they had to pay attention to a lot of things at once while the camera was looking over them. Anyway, it's a different experience for Sarah Wasteglass, who plays Maxine, and Alex, who plays Marcus, because for them, they never had to film any awkward scene at all. Everything was comfortable for them to film on set.
I don't think anything's ever awkward or difficult on our set.
No.
Sarah and Alex also said working on Ginny and Georgia is one of the best jobs they've had. The set is all fun because they never allow a dull moment to creep in when they are at work. Sarah said they even had to create a game when they were only bored for a few minutes, so they were always the ones creating fun moments for themselves, so they never had to be tedious on set. Despite the awkwardness Brienne and Antonia had to face on set due to their demanding roles, they also had some of the best moments, and that's when they were both cuddled together on the couch while filming season 2.
I will never forget the Snuggie scene when we're on the couch and we're friends again. And I think we shot that scene first thing in the morning, and we just ate so much candy, and I was just hyper.
And unlike in season 1, the cast talked about what makes season 2 different, and Sarah said that many uncomfortable things that the viewers might not like got introduced. So it's just like the problematic discussions from the past just came out in full force in season 2, which makes up for an exciting show. What do you think of these fun moments behind the scenes of Ginny and Georgia? Thanks for watching!